just got off the water for our last day of practice. Had to be off the water by noon. Practice has been interesting. I haven't been super good running the GoPro. You know, I'm trying to start filming more, you know, filming every time I go fishing, and it's taking me a little while to get the hang of it. I didn't feel like setting my GoPro up on day one of practice, which was Sunday, and of course on Sunday, that was my best day. You know, I had probably 15 and a half pounds. I caught 3 really nice fish, and I just didn't set my GoPro up, so don't have footage from that. Day 2, I decided to run way up the river just to see if it was happening up there, because there were just so many boats down the lake on day 1, and unfortunately there wasn't much going on up there. I pretty much wasted my whole day up there. I caught 2 keepers all day. It was really slow for me. So yesterday I decided to come back down the lake and run some stuff, kind of like I was catching them on day 1. One pattern that I've been able to really replicate pretty well is just running steeper points going into pockets with a jerkbait. They seem to be on every single one of those that I've fished. I probably ran 6 or 7 of them, and I've caught a fish, maybe not necessarily a keeper, but a fish on all of them. So it hasn't been too bad. I'm hoping that that holds up for tomorrow. I'm thinking with it getting warm today, and you know, like the water warming up, that those fish may pull up, and my places may get better, but they may also leave those steeper points and move towards the spawning area. So it's going to be interesting tomorrow. Yesterday I did actually find a creek that I could get bit pretty consistently on a crankbait. I caught 2 largemouth, 2.5 pounders, and I pulled off one that I felt like was a really big one. I never saw it. It just pulled off under the water, but I'm hoping that that holds up too. I mean, I think with the water warming up, there'll be more and more largemouth coming into the creeks. So the plan is to start a place that I caught a really good smallmouth 3.5 pounder and a 2.5 offshore. I think I can get bit there on a Damiki rig, hopefully catch my limit there, hopefully catch 15 pounds there. I don't really know what all lives there. You know, I caught 3.5 pounder, 2.5 pounder, and you know, there was a bunch there following them out. So I think there's gonna be some more fish there. It's hopefully some good quality fish there, and hopefully they're still on that offshore spot. With it warming up, I'm worried that they may have left. So we're gonna try that first thing, hopefully get a limit, and then we're gonna run the jerkbait stuff if we don't have what I feel like I need to place really well, and then we're gonna run the largemouth stuff when the sun gets up and starts heating up those rocks. We're gonna go through our crankbait around and see what happens. I'm hoping that we catch enough off of the first place that we can just run new water the rest of the day, and just kind of practice for the next day. It's going to be really windy, so it's definitely going to be interesting. The wind's supposed to blow about 30 miles an hour straight down the lake. Hoping that it's not going to be blowing too bad in the morning. I know it's supposed to pick up during the day, so I'm hoping that I can get on that offshore stuff and catch them quick, and when that wind starts to pick up, I won't even have to fool with it, because I'd like to conserve my jerkbait fish and my crankbait fish for day 2 and day 3, hopefully, and just try and find something new. But we're gonna have to play it by ear and just do what the fish are telling us and see what we can figure out. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. It hasn't been the greatest practice ever, but it hasn't been the worst for sure. I'm definitely catching more fish than I was in Florida, and I'm excited to get out there tomorrow and see what happens. And I'll be running the GoPro. Hopefully I'll be more efficient with it, but y'all see, I've got a few fish on camera for you guys for practice. Caught some really big striped bass too, so that'll be fun to watch. But I'm gonna go out swinging tomorrow. We got to make up some points, and it's go time.